Hello everybody, today I have the pleasure to propose to you this key 78 entitled Matrix, Different Reality or Different Realities. Well, today is the chapter 12 and the last one, for which we spent more than 1 year together, together regarding this very important, essential and even existential topic, for which we try to see different angles of vision and perception, because this is the whole functioning of the matrix, and to understand better how is working our reality or our realities. Well, why is so important? Because it's a kind of awareness to enlarge your field of consciousness, to be closer to the consciousness with a capital letter, that to say the unity within you. Unity, Y-O-U-Nity. Unity, your own universe. You contain the universe and the universe contains you. Okay, so this is essential and existential process to and quest of an initiatory journey, inner journey, to question our reality, to question, to understand the individual and the collective patterns of our reality. Well, this is to come back to the point of the matrix. Matrix in Latin, matter means the mother. Okay, so the mother helps you to give birth to you. Okay, like meiotic, okay, for Greek philosophy, okay, to help people to give birth to themselves. Okay, so the matrix allows you, this is a kind of structure, okay, a pattern, okay, to helping you to produce, to create, and so on. So it's not necessarily bad. It's up to you to use it. It's according to the using and the user. Okay, so but as a mother, actually, you are not supposed to live eternally and forever at home with your mother. Okay, sometimes you need to emancipate. It's the same principle. To know the functioning of the matrix, to play with the matrix, and to be co-creator, but actively and not passively. Okay, so once again, what's reality I use very often. Today we're gonna focus, because it's a synthesis and also an opening, and also the goal is to release from the matrix and the perverse effects, and to capitalize on the positive aspects, okay, of co-creation. So the Rubik's Cube is the image I'm always using. Actually, we are in our illusion of reality. You see, for example, a face is yellow for you, it's green for me, it's blue for him, and so on. What is the color of the Rubik's Cube? It's multicolor. There is 6 colors. Despite the fact that the world wouldn't be with 6 faces, but with an infinite number of faces. Okay, as you say, is a gigantic kaleidoscope. Okay, reflecting infinitely. Okay, we are mirrors who are reflecting each other and mutually forever. Okay, so but you know, it's like when Rumi said the truth was like a mirror in the hand of God. He fell down, is broken, and everybody take a piece and say, oh, the truth is there, despite the fact that within this small piece actually is reflecting the entire pattern of the different pieces. So also the small piece, even if it's broken, is holographic, is containing the whole as well. Okay, keep this in mind. As I like to say, the absolute truth is the sum of the the relative truth, or the objective reality is the sum of the subjective realities. Okay, concretely, is not human. Absolute truth or absolute reality is divine. Okay, we are to exist, mean to separate. We come back from the Great Wall, and we have been obliged to separate from the big wall, okay, to extract, to experience matter, to experience density, to incarnate, and to separate, and to find back this unity within. Unity, Y-O-U-Nity. Okay, I play with the word, but for you to understand properly. Okay, so, and Kant, the German philosopher, said objectivity is relative and therefore subjective, because everything concretely is subjective. There is no objectivity. I mean, it's not from this world. Even from the computer, the robotic is not objective, is according to the parameters you are giving. But are they exhaustive? No, they are never exhaustive. Okay. Very essential points. The brain and the senses, the perception, don't make the difference between virtual and real, quote mark, world. Reality is subjective. There is no universal reality. Keep this in mind. It's avoid then the word of proselytism. I believe in this religion, so I want to oppose it. Okay, you adhere to it. And same for other debates. Nothing is stable, nothing is solid. Everything is energy in perpetual change. Okay, what we call matter is just energy for which the vibration has been reduced to be sensitive to the senses, to be perceptible to senses. This is from Einstein, the great scientist. Our Western society is based on visual world and materialistic and material world. And it is limited. It is an illusion. Why? It is a matrix, because we saw 4% of this reality is matter, okay, physical matter, and 27% is dark matter, invisible, and 69% is dark energy, invisible. So among the 4% is only, you cannot see the gammas waves, you cannot see the radars waves, the Wi-Fi, and so on. We only can see from the keyhole of a door. We can only see between 400 and 700, 750 the waves, the Earth's waves, before it's ultraviolet and infrared and ultraviolet. So we are very limited. It's like 0.00001% of the potential reality that we can see. So the society based on visual and materialistic dimension, matter doesn't exist. It is only vibration which has been reduced to be sensitive to our senses. So when Krishnamurti said there is no guarantee of good health to feel well integrated into a deeply sick society, actually, but you have to be careful and not to reduce your vibration and to be in the darkness also, to say, this crazy word is an illusion and I don't take part of it, because we can improve it. Okay, check and value each discipline, medicine, education, science, to see if it does make sense to you and the absolute, for a new building of our existence. It is solid or it needs to be rebuilt, okay, to be maintained or to be reformed, and so on and so forth. External, to be aware of external conditioning which shape our personality, the mask of the personality. Persona means the mask. Okay, so social, educative, cultural, religious, environmental, our belief, shaping our beliefs and our perception. Important to be aware of the cognitive biases, okay, which are filters. If you see this beautiful blue sky with your yellow sunglasses, you will see the blue sky green. Okay, to be aware that the consciousness is not in the brain but in the field. Okay, we need to tap into this field, and the brain is like an antenna with the capacity of emission and reception. The brain is too small to contain memory, and wouldn't be a storage organ, but a link with the database, the interface of the morphogenetic field, which for which the past, the present, and the future are entangled. Okay, so it would be like an external reader, okay, a hard disk, external disk. Okay, the information is contained in each particle of the universe. This is present holographically in all, and everything is linked through this field. Our reality is a projection of our deep beliefs. Okay, people, the societies, thought forms, and so on and so forth. John Wheeler used the expression participatory universe. Reality exists thanks to consciousness and observation. Observing, measuring is impacting, shaping the reality. The visible reality is dull compared, and this is a reflection to a upper reality like egregores, like astral and so on. The map is not the territory. The map is a simulation, a representation of the reality, but is not the reality. The reality is the territory. Keep this in mind. An intense faith in what you do when you are completely convinced has an effect and can allows you to realize everything, like health, like it's like when Jesus say in the Bible, "Go, your faith has saved or healed you." It's the same principle. The state of mind, the mindset is essential. It's like what we call epigenetics. Okay, you vibrate, you think in this way positively, you affect your DNA, and your DNA affect your entire body, even your subtle bodies. The notion of co-creation in the verse 106, make the two one. Okay, and you will say to the mountain, move, and so on. Okay, concretely, visualize, intellectualize, think about something you want, and vibrate in your heart like being there. Being grateful is already there. Match the frequency of the reality that you want. You cannot stop getting it. This is not science. This is not philosophy. This is science. It's from Einstein himself. Okay, Buddha said the following, so 2005 years ago: what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. So that's essential. The thoughts form, feed the egregores, and by return, they feed us. Okay? This is the time of choice. How do you know the true I am, what you are? You know by doing the experience of what you are not, what you don't like. We have to do this experience of what we are not as well. Okay? There is free will, and there is no fixed destiny. There is multi-dimensional world. This is the multiverse as well. Superposition of space-time à la carte. This is according to the multiverse. The different universe are accessible to your state of mind, you believe, you deep belief, and you are convinced and already grateful for it. Visualization, it's the theory and also especially the practice, but match the frequency of the reality that you want. You cannot stop getting it. It is not science, this is philosophy, this is essential. Write on a paper, do a tattoo if you want, and so on. Learn by heart, but even that is not enough. What is the most important is to put into practice. How do we say in English? Practice makes perfect. Otherwise, it's just literature and culture. Life is a mirror. Individually, we activate our light, our shadow, towards others, and we have the reflection as well. But everything in the great book of life is like mirroring, okay? The image of people, the reflection impact us and also make us thinking about something new. This is the resonance system, okay? Like chicken and egg and communicating vases. You are not a drop, we contain the word. And the word contained us. This is holographic dimension. This is what Rumi say in more poetic way. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are in the entire ocean within a drop. Keep this in mind. The divine matrix is the bridge between the inner world and the outer world. Okay? But nothing is separating. All is one. Not alone. All, you shift the L. Not alone. All one. Okay, keep this in mind. The limits of the matrix. To be unconscious sheep and just spectator and not an actor or co-director of the movie of your life. Being a victim of realities and enslaved or enchained by cognitive biases. Being manipulated indiscriminately by fake news or propaganda. Okay, source of energy trolls and state trolls. Okay, falling into the traps of low vibration like false debates. Okay, diverting your anchorage, your awakening as well. Not being aware of the system of internet, especially for algorithm, reinforcing the polarization. The first and the different history of your researches impact the other suggestion. The social media, divide and conquer method, like from Babylon or Rome, it was the same. But once again, it's a prowess as well. It is also a tool. It's like a knife, double edge, okay? Depending on the using and the user. Very important to rise your vibration, to be harmonious all the time, to see the positive dimension in every situation, okay? The half full glass and not the half empty. To avoid to be always criticizing or judging without offering anything, because it's always easier not to do any mistake when you don't do anything, okay? The fact also to put the blame on other people, to disempower you, that's to say, to quit your responsibility, putting the responsibility on other people, your parents, your neighbors, the minority, the government, and so on and so forth, okay? The force of darkness, okay? To remain passive and always embittered and victim without doing anything, okay? And to be afraid of failure before starting, okay? We can adjust, we can just with resilience, you know. The kids, to be able to walk, they need to fall down 2,000 times, is a part of the game. Some tips: introspection. Know thyself and you will know the secret of God and the universe. Very important to know yourself, to know in this reincarnation your characters, your personality, your biases, and so on, and to clean that, okay? The cleansing of your trauma, your problem, your heritage, okay, from your family, your lineage, your karma, your reincarnation, and so on. To do the individual diagnosis and collective diagnosis, proposing some solution, and to do things as well. To be to approach lucidity and discernment, okay? To appreciate reality with their BS as well, and the games of egos, okay? Mental construction, individual and collective ones, okay? To vary the sources of information, to know how to select and to sort out or in, okay? It's up to you. To use empathy and non-violent communication, because it's the cement on a new society, new paradigm. The 50 and so on will not appear like this, will not happen like this, like the snow from one day to another. It will be in the action. When we will build stuff, we will build stuff at our own scale. Being positive, rising your vibration. Very important to embrace life in this greatest generality. Okay, there is yin and yang everywhere. There is a small part of yin in the yang and vice versa. Okay, nobody is perfect and nobody is the worst enemy. Okay, there is always something to learn from someone, even by counter example. Keep this in mind. Be aligned with your values and sovereign over your own kingdom. Okay, your own world. Practice visualization to be able to be proactive co-creator and to for this new paradigm at your own scale and your own level. Be organized and strategic, very important also to have a roadmap, a timeline, and to undertake things. This is a question of organization. You can be helped as well by people and so on. Be supportive and benevolent towards other people in general, and to be in life also. Once again, the truth was like a mirror in the hand of God. He fell down and it broke. Everybody took a piece and say the whole truth is there. Keep this in mind. Okay, the absolute truth is the sum of the subjective truth, and or the absolute reality is the sum of subjective realities. Well, and if question mark, the key was to be at peace with all the angles of view. Life is a gigantic puzzle game in which each piece is essential and plays its part to perfection. It's comparable to entertaining role-playing existential comedy. This sentence and the next one I will say is part of Synthesis of Synthesis, a book that you can download from my website for free, and there is animation as well with pictures. So this one, the last one, is the title is The Big Picture of the Puzzle Game. Exist, etymologically speaking, means to separate. So by reassembling the pieces and recomposing the puzzle, we understand why in an existential way, in order to experience the miracle of life, we had to extract ourselves from the great wall. Perhaps the goal of the game is to find the original unity within us and thus to put things back in their place. I invite you to meditate on that, and just basically, we just could say that perhaps deliverance from illusions is simply not to believe in them. Well, I invite you to meditate on all this information, eventually to come back several times on different videos, because all this channel is rich, very rich in terms of tips, practice and so on. Even the first videos is very rich. You have guided meditation. You have really to make your dreams come true and to live harmoniously and to already vibrate the new world, the new paradigm, the new era and so on, but it's already there. No need to forecast or to project in the future. The future, no future, or now future, right now future. You get it? Well, I hope it will help you to shape the master key of the field of consciousness, of love, whatever you want. It's up to you to decide. This is choice time or time of choice. Well, as you know, all the roads lead to Rome and to the Dome and to home. Thank you for your attention and see you very soon.